Hey, it's Hannah. So today is kind of a fun video. So I believe the last video that you watched, I tried on some of my dresses, and one of them was my Mayfate dress, hence why I'm wearing the tiara. So let me back up a little bit. So how it works at my school is we have Mayfate Queen, and then we have 3 football candidates for football, 3 candidates for basketball, and prom. Mayfate is a pretty big honor. So one difference between Mayfate and everything else is that Mayfate, the student body votes, as well as teachers and staff and faculty or whatever not. So for homecoming, it's just the students that vote. Mayfate faculty votes. And then for prom queen, I believe it's the way that we did it when I was in high school was just seniors voted. So yeah, ever since I want to say my freshman year of high school, I really wanted to be Mayfate. And one of the reasons I wanted to be Mayfate was because it wasn't a popularity contest, in a way. As much as people can say that homecoming is not a popularity contest, it basically is. And so that's why I wanted Mayfate Queen. I literally would tell my friends, be like, if I'm not Mayfate, I don't want to be anything else, because it's going to be a popularity contest, and I didn't want to do that. And so yeah, senior year, I was voted Mayfate Queen, and it was a really funny story. So, first off, we voted, Mayfate is, literally the first thing we vote on. Maybe the first, second day of school, third day of school, it's, Mayfate. And it's kind of funny, because some other schools, Mayfate's done differently. I know at one school, they signed a contract, saying they want to build the float and whatnot, and then at another school that Mayfate takes place, which you think would be a really big honor to be their queen candidate, it's the last thing voted on. So it's just kind of interesting how different schools do it. But at least at Inman, when I was in high school, it was a very big honor to be Mayfate Queen. So we get to the second day of school, and there's this one kid, we'll call him Trevor. Trevor did not want to be Mayfate King. And the running joke was that Trevor and Alyssa were, I made up these names. Trevor and Alyssa were going to be Mayfate King and Queen. And he was so mad, he went to the principal and was like, okay, if I get this, I do not want to be it. And it was funny, because, me hearing that, I'm like, dude, it's, a really big honor to do it. But, yeah. So, we voted or whatnot. I, voted for, my boyfriend and my other friend, because I thought that would be a good pair. Because, I didn't want to vote for myself. I know I really wanted it, but I was like, no, for myself. And it's funny to hear other people have, because people have told me, who they voted, oh, I voted for you, and so and so. And it's just interesting to see all the different combinations people voted for me and the other person. But ends up, me and my boyfriend, Ben, got it. We weren't dating in high school. Okay, we kind of were, but we weren't official in high school. So we voted one day, and it must have been an opposite day, or maybe it was a Tuesday and Thursday, and we found out on either Wednesday or Friday, because we were in our college classes, and before class I would always walk by the office just to because that's how I got to class, or I don't even know what, but I was going by the office, and our counselor, Mr. Smith, that's his made up name, because I want to protect his identity. But Mr. Smith was like, hey, can you and Ben come to the office in between college classes? I'm thinking nothing of it. I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. Mr. Smith always needed something done, and I couldn't say no to Mr. Smith because I love Mr. Smith. And he's the best counselor in the whole world, and I wish I could take him to college with me. I would say that, even in high school, I was like, can you come to college with me? I would take him to college with me. But yeah, so he was like, yeah, come to, if you can, cool. So after class, it was after I think it was human relations class, we took that first semester, and we went. And so we went, and Mr. Smith, which is our counselor, and Mr. Evans, which is the made up name for our principal, were standing at the door. And I was like, okay, this is kind of weird, but whatever. And so we walk in, and then we go to Mr. Smith's office, and then Mr. Evans shuts the door behind Ben and I. And I'm in my head, I'm what the heck? What did we do wrong? We've been in school, 2-3 days. I have no clue what like Ben and I could have done to like get in trouble. Drew and Ben like to have the honor of being May Fate King and Queen, and we were like yes. Or it was something kind of like that. He was asking us, but like telling us at that same time. Like they probably have to ask, because when you are May Fate Queen and King, you have to build a float, and there's some thing like the float is the big thing that you have to do, and it's a time thing too. But we said yes, and then he's like, okay, sounds good, whatever, congratulations. And then he told us we couldn't say anything until homeroom, and so this is right after second hour. So we had third hour and then homeroom, and so like my head is at the clouds. I am so excited. The teachers, I'm pretty sure one of my teachers, Mr. George, walked by and said something like congratulations. I was like thank you, but like I got to class and I could not focus. like I was like, okay, I'm almost positive they must have sent out an email or something before, because I'll get to the story, but I think they sent out teachers before they announced it to Ben and I, because it just makes sense the way it happened. But we went to class. I could not tell anybody in my class, so I just had to go to class. I was so excited, but I couldn't say anything, so I was like sitting there like doodling, because I doodle a lot, listening to whatnot, and finally I was able to like get myself together and focus on the lesson. And then everybody exited. I'm not sure if Mr. Michaels made up name. Mr. Michaels wanted, I told Ben and I to stay after class or what, but somehow at the end of it, Ben and I were the last ones in class again, and he said congratulations on being named May Fate Royalty. And so that's why I think that teachers would know, or teachers knew before Ben and I did, because some people say congratulations. But a funny story, telling our parents. So as soon as we found out, I texted my mom and my dad. I texted my mom and my dad and told them. And then I texted there's this little boy, the flower girl and the ring bearer were picked before May Fate Royalty was, and the ring bearer's mom and I are friends, and I have babysat for them, and they really wanted me to get May Fate Royalty so that I could be the queen and he could be the ring bearer. And so I texted my mom, my dad, and the ring bearer's mom was like, hey, Ben and I have been named royalty. And then we get to homeroom, or somewhere in that, Ben was like, did you tell my parents? And I was like, no, I thought you did. And so it's funny because Ben's dad went to the dentist, and I had texted the ring bearer's mom, was like, hey, Ben and I were named royalty. And then she like made some kind of joke like, congratulations, we're making a float together. And he was like, what? So then after Ben told me that he didn't tell his parents, I texted his parents saying, hey, Ben and I got May Fate Royalty. But flash forward, we were taking pictures. So like we take these professional pictures and they get made into a book, which I don't have with me. But it's like a cool little magazine, and it has like all the acts in May Fate and everything and whatnot. And so we have a certain time we have to show up. And it was right before an academic banquet, because I had to get makeup and hair done. And so we went to the dress shop, we got my dress, and then we drove to the place to get our pictures done. And I wasn't running late, but I was like the last one there. And then I opened the door, and everyone was like, and the little fall girl who I love, and she was like, that's my queen. And that's just a really cool memory too. But I guess they thought I looked good in the dress. I hate the dress. But May Fate was one of the biggest honors in high school. I even remember I was line judging at school, and she was like, congrats on being May Fate royalty. And like, it was a big honor, but it's like, I didn't know I'm really bad at compliments, and I didn't know how to respond. So I'm like, thank you. But like, it sounds so bad just to say thank you. Like, I don't know. It was a really big honor. It's funny, Ben was trying to put this tiara on my head, and like the first time it was even on my head, I'm like, you can like push it down, you're not gonna hurt my head. But yeah, that is my May Fate story. I hope you guys enjoyed that, so I'll see you later. Bye.